that
Never
lasted
had.
more than 3-4 months.
I've had what I call, and my friend Robert used to call. Actually, he coined the phrase extended tricks. And I have had extended tricks, and I have had men that I've slept with.
Oh, extended tricks.
Weekly.
Extended tricks are wonderful.
Yeah.
Because they last for a certain amount of time.
And
you
then,
have a good time.
And
then you move on.
But we're not. You know, there's.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'll admit something. On this show, and I shouldn't do it, but I've had enough Texas tea, I will tell you, girls. There's a man that I used to sleep with. Every time we saw each other at a bar, any bar, boom, we would get in a cab, and we would go to the house and fuck.
Oh, yes.
And girl, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that because
there's
I was like, ooh, hi. And he's like, hi. Of course, you know me, I'm going, hi. And he's like, hi. Because that's my kind of man. Anyway, and I'm that kind of man. So,
girl, trust me, I know. I've had experiences along that line.
I don't remember his
I
name.
used to have, for 5 years.
That was over 20 years ago. I don't remember his name, but damn, I remember him.
For
Man,
5
that was
years,
awesome.
I used to have a Tuesday night. Tuesday night came over every Tuesday night for 5 years. I'm not going to say his name, but every Tuesday night for 5 years.
Rumpelstiltskin.
We had wonderful sex. Wonderful sex. Now, he had all kinds of issues on the side. He had personal issues that I didn't want to get involved in.
No, that's not.
That's not my thing. But at the same time, we also had intimacy. He would come over. We would have conversation.
Yes.
He always had a routine. He'd go to the shower and do his thing.
Oh yes, we have to shower, darling.
He
Darlings, I forget. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt
go
you,
ahead.
but darlings, we must shower before sex. Everybody, because you better clean that shit yourself, so you make sure
Cleaning
you know
up
it's
that
clean.
kitchen. Cleaning up
Clean
that
it up,
kitchen.
girl. Anyway, go ahead.
So he would make sure the kitchen was clean.
Now he made me laugh.
He would crawl. He would crawl into bed and wait for me to. He'd wait for me to come to bed. I felt like it was almost like a marriage of some kind because he would do his. He would clean up the kitchen.
Oh, you mean the real kitchen?
No,
you would clean your kitchen.
No.
But he was in your actual kitchen cleaning.
No. He wasn't actually in the kitchen. He was in the bathroom cleaning the kitchen. Girl.
Now you're confusing me.
Girl.
Bitch, you cleaned your kitchen, you got in bed.
Yes.
I thought you said you were cleaning your kitchen in the bathroom and he was cleaning his kitchen in the kitchen.
No.
The real kitchen.
No. He is.
We're getting our kitchens.
I know, girl. But he would get everything all nice and clean and shiny. Crawl in the bed and wait for me to come to bed. Then I come to bed, then he would just snuggle up to me, and then we would have a little conversation or what have you, because, he'd talk about his day or what have you, and then right down to it. And we always had a good time. For 5 years, we had a good time. But then he had to move. He had to move away, and when he moved away, that sex was just...
Well, it was gone when he moved away.
Yeah, well, the last time, which was the last time, when he told me he was moving away, I actually felt a little sad because...
Oh, I didn't mean to laugh. I was thinking about something else.
I enjoyed it for years. I didn't have to go out and look for it. I knew every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, he was always on time. Always on time, girl. 9 p.m.
See?
9 p.m.
And that's what y'all are missing out on.
Y'all are missing out.
All this cum and dump.
All this cum dumping and all this bullshit. Y'all missing out, girls.
In the last 10 years, I have had relations with men, and they've been fabulous, and we have been rolling around in bed together and having a good time talking. There's nothing like rolling around in bed, having breakfast, getting back in bed, listening to NPR.
Yeah, exactly.
And I missed that. You know, the Nazi was the last guy I did that with.
Oh, please explain the Nazi, because you just said the Nazi.
His name is something else, but I called him the Nazi because he always had a scowl on his face, and he had a comb over.
Wasn't he German too?
No, he wasn't German. Actually, he's Scotch. But he had a comb over and a scowl on his face, and nobody liked the motherfucker, but I saw him for what he truly was, which was a fabulous, fabulous man, and we had so much fun together in bed, but he was mean as fuck.
But, you know, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to intimacy. We're lacking in the intimacy department in this community.
Yes.
Getting to know one another.
Don't make me break into song.
Well, breaking the
from
song,
The King
girl.
and I.
Breaking the song.
Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. Getting to like you. Getting to hope you like me.
Because I recently got...
How did you know? I'm kidding.
Because I recently got back into the world of sex recently with a very, very handsome, very, very wonderful man whose name I will not say on the air.
George.
But his name...
Of course his name's not George, I'm kidding. John.
But he made me feel, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, he made me feel like a king, not a queen. He made me feel like a king, girl. He took care of all my needs. All my needs. We had conversation about what those needs were. And I looked at this man and said, I said, oh my God, I don't even remember anymore what my needs are. And he said, this is the funniest thing he said. He said, well, that's why I'm here. We're going to find it out. And I went, ooh, let's do this.
See?
Let us do this and let us explore what my needs are.
Oh, see, that, kids, is sex. All this cum dumping, whatever.
Exactly. All this, y'all missing out.
Y'all are missing out.
Y'all go from either wanting to have anonymous sex to wanting to be married, but y'all don't do anything in between. You can't have one and the other. You got to have all the stuff in between.
I have had intimate relations with every man I've ever been with on a certain level. And listen, y'all are stupid. I thought y'all were stupid. You mother fucking millennials.
Y'all some dumbass motherfuckers. I'm telling y'all right now.
You don't know.
And let me tell you.
You know what? I don't mean to say it. Joel has admonished me in the past for reading millennials. You know what? Y'all are going to line us up on a wall and kill us, but guess what? You're missing out.
Yeah, exactly. At least we had fun.
At least we had fun. You're missing out.
Y'all missing
real
out.
good experiences, and we've got a lot to say.
Yeah, exactly.
And
now,
we're saying it now.
I'm also gonna tell the people in our age group. Let me tell you something, gay men from 50 on up. I am sick and tired of listening to heterosexuals who are 50 and up talking to me. And now I'm a bartender, and people tell me their most intimate things when they've had drinks. And all I've heard, especially from the ladies over 50 are having a good time right now. They are having a goddamn good time. They are enjoying being 50, not having to worry about babies no more, not having to worry about Aunt Flo coming over. Ooh. They are having a good time, girl. They are having sex like it's nothing in the world.
But he said Aunt Flo. I love that bitch.
They are having a good time. They are telling me how much of a good time they are having after they turn 50, 55, 60 years old.
Oprah Winfrey.
And I'm listening to sad gay men over 50 talking about, oh, well, it's just too hard out there, and all the young boys are having sex, and I don't think we should be having sex anymore, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Now that I turn 50, I'm supposed to stop? I'm supposed to just stop enjoying the thing that I have always enjoyed? No.
We're men. And we may be 50, but we're men.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Men don't stop having sex.
We don't stop having sex.
No.
Mm-mm.
And we always have those urges. Honey. Women, on the other hand, you know, I told my sister the other day, Viagra is the worst curse on old women that it could ever happen. We're talking about 75-year-old women, and that man has taken a blue pill, and he's coming at her with an old turkey neck and saying, "Are you ready, honey?" And she's like, "Bitch, get away from me! I'm not going to have it."
Honestly,
but guess what? She gets it anyway. She's not necessarily in the mood.
I can tell you that. I can tell you this much: by the time that man takes that pill, gets up into his walker, scoots on over to the bed, gets his hip and heart medicine and all this other stuff that he has to take beforehand, to jump into that, she's either already asleep or the Viagra has already worn off.
He doesn't care, but he doesn't care if she's asleep. He's got to do something with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to have that thing frozen. You know, that's a thing that happens sometimes where it gets frozen, and you have to go to the hospital.
4 to 6 hour erection.
Drawn out of your dick.
4 to 6 hour erection.
But you know what? I wouldn't. If I were that old, I wouldn't go to the hospital. I'd just keep it. What? Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Just keep a hard dick.
Just keep it.
Until it goes down. It'll go down eventually. I'm old school. I come from poor people. We don't go to the hospital just willy-nilly. You know, if your dick's hard and you took a pill to get your dick hard, guess what? That's on you, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't take up our insurance for our dicks. No.
Now, I did, speaking of 50 and sex, I did read a little bit of an article that I read about, 2 or 3 months ago. We were going to discuss it on the show, but we never got around to it. Where the writer, who was in his 20s, was saying that maybe perhaps men of a certain age should stop the practice of bottoming once they reach a certain age. And I'm like, now I find that to be slightly insulting.
Well, I've heard it's good for your prostate. I've heard it's true. I've heard that getting fucked up the ass is good for your fucking prostate. I wouldn't know because I ain't been fucked up the ass in 20 years because I don't allow that shit. I don't do that shit. Bitch, I don't do that shit. I'm waiting for a ring. You put a ring on this finger, guess what? You got a gift. It's called a tight ass. Because I haven't been fucked in 20 years, and Lord, I can't believe I just said that.
Well, Lord,
but
you
guess
just...
what? Guess what? That's nothing. That's cool. You know, because I was concerned about having this sex talk.
Oh, girl, you were furious about having this sex talk.
But you know what? You know what? I'm good, and if that's the most personal thing I can say, there you go. I listen. I don't play around, y'all. There was a time when I thought that I may have been HIV positive.
Yeah, of course.
And so I stopped immediately having sex. And so then I found out I wasn't. And then I decided, you know what? I don't want to be. So now, I never want to be in that place again. So I'm pretty much abstinent as a result of everything I've gone through. But I'm telling you something. Put a ring on my finger and see what happens.
Well, I think it really does boil down to the fact that, like I said, once we reach a certain age, especially as gay men, we worry so much about youth and looking young and looking pretty that we forget that we're whole human beings and that we need to stop worrying about all of that stuff. That stuff that we need to stop. And I'm glad that we're having this conversation because I want the millennials to hear this. Bitch, you're going to get old. You are going to get old. Hell, half of y'all already think that you're old at 26. So
Yeah.
If y'all
That-
think y'all
you know
old
what?
at 26, it's downhill from here.
You know, back in the day when
Mhm.
we were kids, we used to say that when